Afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lab, we're going to create a file share in Azure. So you could look at here on the Azure website, it says the quick start. So create and use an Azure file share. So Azure File Share is a Microsoft easy to use cloud file system. You can mount Azure File Share in Windows, Linux, and Mac OS operating system. So this article shows you how to create the SMB Azure File Share using either the Azure portal, Azure CLI, or Azure PowerShell. So apply to, as you can tell, so let's take a look at the PowerShell. Let's just see here. So these are the different steps on how to do that. So um so just a second. Okay. So now let's go ahead and just pull up the Azure portal and start doing this. So say we were at the home here. So first thing first, to create this, so we have to go on the storage account, which is right there. Let's say we create a storage account, and then so we're gonna give it like, say for instance, we wanna call this create new. So we have the subscription, and let's say we were to put this, and then create new. Okay, so let's just put this under the RG1. Hopefully it's already there. If it's not, let's just go ahead and create it. So RG1. Okay, so it's already exists. So let's go ahead and put it on the RG1. It's already there. And then let's name this file share like my example group. Then, so under the instance detail, we're going to provide, so let's leave it on the region of East US 1. So under the performance, we could leave it as this, and the redundancy, we could leave it like that. So then let's just hit review. Let's see if it's passed the validation. And then it's passed the validation. So let's go ahead and just create it. Okay, so now we gotta wait for the deployment. It says the deployment is in progress. So now, first thing first, just give it some time. So let's just give it some time. It's coming. Okay. So now, if we were to just ignore this and just go back here, and if we go to storage account, or either you could just click here, there go the new storage account that we just created. It's right there. So then from our storage account, if we select file share, right? Now with this, we're gonna click on file share up here. We could name that, let's give it a name of, let's just give, you can give it any name you want, but let me see if I can find a name for it. Let's just call it my share, right? Just call it my share. And we're gonna leave the transaction optimize, select for tier. We're gonna leave that for just the way it is. And let's just hit create. Just a second, just to double check. You could just now you could see that on the transaction section, we have what? We have like transaction, optimize, enable transaction heavy workload that don't need premium level latency, great for application that requires file storage as a backend store. You have HAT, which is optimized for general purpose file sharing scenarios such as Team Share and Azure File Sync. So also you have optimized for online archive storage scenarios. So for the purpose of this lab, we don't really have to make any change. So let's just go ahead and leave it as default where it was for transaction optimize. And let's just hit create. Okay. Now that we create that, so our file share has been created. Now let's see if we can click on the file share that we just created. So our file share is open. Say if we were to like to click connect. Yeah, let's call this like whatever name that you want to give it. Let's see what we have here. So we have different. So whatever name that you want to give it. So you have like if you want to see, there's a show script here, like I could show you all the scripts, like the port 445 and different things. That's the name that we just gave it and stuff like that. So what we can do, we can pull up, I'm sorry, so we can pull up Notepad and copy this this script here. Open Notepad. Notepad, let's see if it's the Notepad++ we have. Oh no. So let's go ahead and just hit new. And let's paste this code here. So maybe we might need that. And let's just minimize this for now. Okay. So then what we're gonna do now, we're gonna try an RDP. We're gonna try an RDP into a virtual machine. By the way, let's create a virtual machine and put it under. So create. Let's put it under the one resource group. Let's call it VM1. And let's put it on East US1. And let's make it a window server. By the way, tell you what, let's make it a Windows 10 just to make it lighter. And we could leave everything as the way it is. Name this call. And let's just put this same. It's not March or what? Isn't it March? See if it's March to this. I guess so it's March. And we're gonna make sure that we leave the RDP open. Let's just, forget about everything else. Is it past this? Go back. Let's make this, or just give it a name, whatever. It's not really matter. So it's just want this to check back to see what may have been the reason it's doing this. Let's go previews. Let's go to basic. Yeah, so it's in Canada. So we don't want that. We want it to be on the East US one. And then, so these names are there. So let's say hit thanks, no thanks. Let's hit next. We don't want these. How about we just go back here? Bang, bang, bang. Hit next. Next. We could put it on this RG1. Yeah, let it be as default. And when you delete that, we want that to be deleted also. So everything else will be as default. The subscription is protected. We'll say hit next. What else do we have? So we get tag. It says we do not pass the validation. So what's the problem? from the basics. So let's check the issue here real quick to see for the sake of this lab. Oh, okay. So we got it confirmed. Okay. So that was the main issue. So yeah, we passed the validation and we hit create. Okay. It might take a little bit of time, so just give it, a few. You know, every, my computer is slow, so it takes time for it to create this. So deployment is in progress. Yeah, I apologize for that. So might take just a little bit of time more before it's creating. So basically, we just have to create the share file, and then we're gonna make it map into our local drive. I apologize for it. It takes time. So everything in Azure, especially my computer is very slow. So we get in there. As soon as the deployment is done, then we'll be good. Gotta wait. I'm not sure why it takes forever, but okay. So now it says your deployment is complete. So that's what we've been waiting on. So let's just go back to that. Then we hit virtual machine. And now we have 3 virtual machines. So what we need right now is this one, So now we're gonna hit connect. We're gonna connect to it via RDP. Now, before we download this file, let's make sure that we don't have no other file that's here just to avoid confusion. Let's go ahead anyways, this one, just to avoid. Okay, so now let's go back here and just download this. We say keep it and open. So now we're gonna RDP into this machine that we just create, and we'll try to map the drive. We're gonna say more choice. We're gonna hit different, and the username was call, and the password is as such. Okay, we could say remember me, it don't matter. Now, once we log into this machine, oh, what do I do wrong? Start. Okay, let's go back. Short out the password. What? What was this password? Um, let's try this and see. And if it doesn't work, not sure. Oh, I kind of forget the password. So let's just go back and um edit. It's just what can we do? Um, huh. I have no choice but we create another machine because I forget this password. It's not gonna let me in. It's not gonna let me in. So I gotta delete this. Um, yeah, I gotta delete this machine and we create another one. Let's go ahead and just hit that and delete it. So, okay. Let's delete. and try, say yes, and delete. Okay, so now we can create another VM. Put it on RG1. Let's call it VM1. We're gonna put it on East US. We're gonna leave everything as standard. We're gonna give it a username of call. And this time we're gonna make sure that we type our password. Okay. And then, okay, so now our password is matched. Now let's review. Oh, no, we gotta confirm this license. So let's review and create. Now let's just let everything else be by default. And one in final validation, so it's past the validation. Now we create. Now let's go ahead and erase the first RDP that we had. And hopefully this time it doesn't take that long as it took in the previous one. So deployment is in progress. Okay. Okay, so deployment is still in progress, so just a second. Oh my God, it takes forever. We get in there soon though. So deployment is still in progress. So I should not have forget this password. Okay, so now that deployment is finished, let's just go to whatever, go to resources, let's see. That's not gonna make any difference. So let's just hit, let's go there, and we're gonna download this real quick. And we're gonna say keep. And now we're gonna open. We're gonna try the RDP into this machine. So this is call and the password. And then we hit connect. Oh man, what is wrong with this password? Since the credential that were used to connect did not work, please enter the credential. So I'm not sure why it's doing this. Okay, so we're gonna hit yes. Now we connect. So we RDP into this. We RDP into our virtual machine. So now what we can do is now let's go ahead and see. Now let's see. It takes forever. I apologize for that. I didn't expect this lab to be that long. Oh my God, it just took forever. Oh Lord, it's just take forever. Okay, so now we log in. Okay, so we're gonna say accept. It takes forever. Now we clicked on just a second. So let's click on PowerShell. PowerShell. So we click on PowerShell. I'm sorry, guys, it's just take forever. Take forever. Okay. So basically, takes forever. So we just have to pull up a notepad and just copy paste the script and put it on put it on PowerShell, and that will map this drive for us. But this takes forever. Not sure why. See if we can close some of these. See if we can close that. And after all this time, this was, oh my Lord. Go ahead and close one. Just close this. Let's close that. So obviously I have to buy, a laptop that's faster to make, to make those labs. Okay, so now if we here, let's just hit enter and see. Ooh, oh my God. Let's just hit Control V. Let's copy the script, and if we can paste it here, this will automatically map the drive for us. So basically, it should mount the drive now um into our local computer. Let's check to see. So there we go. Um, save the, check the drive name. So it says CMD credential added successfully, right? So let's check. It should be a Z drive here. Let's check it now and see. On this PC, so there we go. There go the drive. My share drive. So it was a long lab, but it's pretty helpful. Now let's go into our local PC and see something. So this PC, but basically it's mapped it into this the into the virtual drive that I mean the virtual storage drive that we created. So I apologize for the lab was very long because the computer is slow, but it was pretty much helpful. So I appreciate your patience. I'll see you in the next lab. I'll do my best to get a computer that's faster. Bye bye.